Hi guys and welcome to another review of V-Cars. This is the Maruti Suzuki Ertiga. It is priced between 7 to 12 lakh in the Indian market. It comes in two engine options, the 1.5 petrol and the 1.5 diesel. It gets a smart hybrid system as well. And this car offers you a mileage between 13 km per litre to 19 km per litre depending on the engine you choose, and it depends on your how you drive the car. I personally feel this car is completely worth for what you get at this price point. Guys and welcome to another review of V-Cars. This is the Maruti Suzuki Ertiga, the latest one. Yeah, that's the key of the car. So actually Maruti Suzuki have changed their keys. Earlier it was completely black, but now it gets blue treatment on them. Yeah, so it gets projector headlamps, but the indicator and the fog lamp are halogen. It gets dual tone bumpers, so it gets black treatment over there as well around the fog lamp, which makes the car look sportier. It gets a chrome grille, so it gets some bits here, chrome treatment over there as well. It gets a chrome treatment which goes right there between two lights. It gets cuts and creases on the bonnet too. It gets a LED indicator on the mirror. These are electrically adjustable mirrors. You can fold them to electrically. So it gets plastic treatment over here as well. So these alloy wheels look absolutely amazing. These are 15 inches. So I personally feel they are slightly small in size for a car of this size. Okay, so the car looks absolutely nice. So this is the new one, and there are many changes. It gets chrome door handles, request sensor right there. (15 inches) at the rear as well. Halogen indicator, but LED tail lamps. It is equipped with a rear wiper too. It says smart hybrid right there. So this is the ZXi trim. So it doesn't get a reverse parking camera, which is available in the ZXi Plus. So it gets reverse parking sensors. So it gets chrome treatment at the rear too. It says Ertiga right there. You get a hook over there. The spare tire has been placed underneath. That's the exhaust. Okay, let's open the boot right away. Okay, so this happens to be a 6-seater. The boot is quite big when the third row is folded. Let's open the third row. So you just do that. That's not an issue, and you can lock it here. It gets reclinable seats at the third row as well. That's really nice. After the third row is also up, there's quite a good amount of space at the rear as well. So it gets storage space over here underneath. It gets storage space on this side too. This side also opens. So as I said before, the spare tire has been placed underneath, so you can operate it. You open that and the spare tire is down. So all the tools to change the tire have been neatly packed over here. That's really cool. That's a nice touch, Maruti. Okay, let's close it. Yeah, it's closed. Let's close the boot. Okay guys, so the wheelbase of this car is 2700 millimeters. So that's quite long. It gets cuts and creases on the doors as well. It gets a rear spoiler too. Chrome door handles for the rear too. The doors open wide enough. The doors are quite large. So it gets some sort of treatment here. It looks as it's wood, but it isn't. It just gets the color of wood, but it is plastic. So it gets wide door cabins, and you can easily store 1 liter bottles right there. Yeah. Okay, so the access to the rear seat is not worry. You just need to tumble it down, and you need to move the seat forward. You have lots of space to get inside. Okay, so let's get at the third row. Get inside. Okay, so it gets wood treatment here. It gets a 12-volt charging socket too. Okay, so access to the third row is not an issue, as I said before. So it gets a 12-volt charging socket here. 2 cup holders at the rear as well. And legroom is quite decent. Actually, it's not that decent when this the back seat of the middle row is completely at the back. Yeah, otherwise it's quite nice. Okay, so it gets a light placement right there. The headroom is also decent. Okay, let's get outside. Just press this and push it forward. It's that easy. Okay, so let's put this back. Okay, so surprisingly there's no hump over here, so you can accommodate a third person in the center of the middle row. You get an armrest right there, no cup holders on the armrest as well. You get a 12-volt charging socket over here as well. Some storage space there. You get seat pockets. You get AC vents from over here as well. So this is similar to the one which is in the older Ertiga. You get handles to grab onto on both sides. You get speaker placement over there as well. Legroom not an issue. Under thigh support is also very nice. Okay, so headroom at the middle row is also brilliant. So I completely feel this is a practical car. If you're looking for a family car, this is the one. It lies in your budget as well. Okay, so it gets adjustable headrests at the middle row and at the rear as well. Gets seat belt at the rear as well and a handle to grab onto at the last row. Gets a handle over here too. So it gets chrome door handles from the inside as well. Let's get outside. Okay, so let's get inside in the front seat. It gets request sensor on the co-driver door as well. The doors open wide enough. It gets wood treatment over here too and over here. The interior looks absolutely fantastic. It gets wood treatment over here too. So this shape, it continues over here. So it's quite similar. So this is not a touchscreen unit. The top end gets the touchscreen unit with navigation system as well. I'll come to that in a bit. You get a mirror here without a light. Okay, so let's get in the driver's side. You get a speaker placement over here too. Okay, so let's get on to the driver's side. So it gets request sensor there and a keyhole as well. I said that before. So these switches right here are for the windows. It gets one touchdown automatic windows for the driver side only. This switch right here is for the exterior mirror, exterior rear view mirror. So it gets a dual tone door at the front as well. Manual adjustments for the seat. It gets height adjusts as well. Okay, so this button right here is for the traction control to turn on and off the traction control. This is for the start stop system. So actually not the engine start stop system. So this is for the hybrid variant, the smart hybrid thing. So whenever the car comes at a stop, it turns off, the car turns off on its own, and when you press the brake, it turns on automatically. That conserves the fuel. Okay, so let's close the door. It gets wide door bins. You can store 1 liter bottles easily. Okay, so the quality is not that great, being a Maruti Suzuki. Cost cutting has been done here and there. Okay, over here it gets storage space. That's there in high-end cars too. Okay, so let's start the car. That's the engine start stop button. Okay, so let's turn this off. The instrument cluster looks absolutely nice. So it's blue in color. It's not completely blue, but little bluish in color. That's because of the hybrid system. It says smart hybrid right there, over there. So it exactly shows how much power has been generated by the battery and the engine to the motor. And you can browse the various information such as trip data too. The multi-information display is quite crisp and clear. So it tells you the driving time, total ideal fuel save. So that's the clock. The clock looks quite nice. It's different from the clock from other Maruti Suzuki cars. So as I said before, this is an automatic transmission. The gear lever is nice to hold. It gets reverse parking sensors but no reverse parking camera. So it gets storage space here. So here's a cool trick. So whenever I turn on the air conditioning system and you have a bottle over here, bottle or coffee or whatever you like to keep here, this actually gets cooled. Those are the AC vents. You can turn it on and off from here. That's a cool touch. That's not even there in high-end cars. I mean older high-end cars. That's a cool touch. It gets USB and aux ports right there. Gets a 12-volt charging socket too. So I expected I expected this infotainment system to get physical buttons, but it doesn't have physical buttons. So those look like AC vents, but they aren't. It's just the same treatment of the AC vents. They are actually fake. So you get an AC vent over here and over here. Okay, so there's a lot of storage space over here. It's very practical. It gets a flat dash, so you can place whatever you want if you wish to. So the dashboard is not that big for a car of this size. No cooled glove box as well. It gets hard plastics here and there. So it gets a 3-tone dash. So that's the wood treatment which is there everywhere in tiny bits and corners. So this is the armrest. It's very small. The steering feels nice to hold. It's quite light and it's easy to turn. This lever right here is for the wipers. The wipers work really well. Cleans the windscreen in no time. It gets a rear wiper too. And this lever right here is for the headlamps. No automatic headlamps on offer, but you get a front fog lamp, no rear fog lamp. Okay, so you can actually customize various things on this multi-information display. Okay, so here's the menu. So actually to open this menu, you need to press both these buttons together. You need to long press them. You can actually browse the various information and you can customize it. Clock settings, sensors, lights, doors, etc. So this is there in other Nexa cars as well. The S-Cross, the Ciaz and the Baleno too. Even in the Ignis. So nothing new. So you can increase or decrease the brightness of this instrument cluster by turning this knob. So whenever you operate the knob, you feel that it may come in your hand. It's that delicate, but it isn't. It's quite strong. It feels delicate. So these controls right here are for the AC, air conditioning system. So this is for the fan speed, in, out, and the temperature. That's quite basic. So it gets a automatic climate control system. So you don't get a light here, but you get a ticket holder. No handle to grab onto here, but you get a height adjustable seat belt. Okay, so let's turn it on. So as I said, it gets touch controls. It gets Bluetooth connectivity as well. So this is actually nothing new. It's just touch controls, and this system is actually there in other Maruti Suzuki models as well. So you can change the track, increase or decrease the volume. The sound quality is absolutely amazing. It's quite decent for a car at this price point. The gear lever feels nice to hold, and it gets chrome treatment on the gear lever too. Okay, so this car gets the overdrive system. So if you turn it on, you actually can't overspeed. Okay, so it gets a height adjustable steering wheel. So you can't pull it forward or backward. Okay, so let's get outside. So I personally feel this car is completely value for money, what you get at this price point. Thank you guys. See you guys in the next video. Bye.